I'm going to attempt to look through the lens of the get rid of Kirk brigade. So trade Kirk Cousins now, get a bridge quarterback in 22. Your next franchise quarterback, he starts in 23. And I'm also going to look at it from the standpoint of sending Kirk Cousins to Carolina. Now, before I start, I want to preface it with this. We have to be very careful of what it is that we're wishing for because of the potential domino effect in play. What do I mean by that? Justin Jefferson. If Jefferson was not on this team, I would not give a damn as far as the next quarterback post Kirk Cousins. But Justin Jefferson, he is a Viking, so we have to understand what's in play here. Justin Jefferson, at the end of the season, week 18, had a chance to break Randy Moss's receiving record. And he was very vocal as far as how important that was to him. The coach said, I don't give a damn. He prevented that from happening. I'm sure Justin Jefferson was very annoyed by that. And earlier this past season, in October 2021, Jefferson was asked about the struggles with the Vikings his first two seasons. He said, quote, yeah, it's hard. I'm used to winning. I'm used to just being on that high streak, being one of the top teams. Well, one could argue, and rightfully so, his quarterback his first 2 years in the National Football League was Kirk Cousins. The counter to that is, with the major coaching upgrade, Kevin O'Connell, I believe this team can see great things starting in 2022 and beyond. Justin Jefferson saw his LSU buddies, Jamar Chase and Odell Beckham Jr. in this year's past Super Bowl. And speaking of which, going back to Odell Beckham Jr., Justin Jefferson threw shade at Baker Mayfield going back to December 13th, 2021. Justin Jefferson tweeted out, OBJ was not the problem. I hope y'all see that now. Clowns. And even through the whole Cleveland mess, Justin Jefferson at one point wore a free Odell shirt. What I'm saying is, if we really go down this road of a bridge quarterback in 2022, whether that's Drew Lock, Jimmy Garoppolo, Marcus Mariota, Teddy Bridgewater, this offense is going to suck next year. There's no way around that. Even if you take the cap savings of $35 million trading Kirk away to Carolina or wherever the hell else, we're going to spend all this money elsewhere. You can have the best offensive line in the league next year. Marcus Mariota will have all the time and protection in the world just to throw 15 touchdowns and 22 interceptions. You think that's going to sit well with your star player? Well, it's only temporary. Okay, in 2023, your future franchise quarterback, whoever it is, you better make sure you're fucking right. Because if you whiff on that, Justin Jefferson is as good as gone. Stephon Diggs, conservative offense. I won out. Percy Harvin, limited offense. Christian Ponder at quarterback. Get me the hell up out of here. Winston Churchill said that those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. With that said, I'm going to revise my take on a Carolina trade. Pick 6 this year doesn't do it for me. If you're looking for your next franchise quarterback, you're looking in the 2023 draft at CJ Stroud or Bryce Young, maybe Anthony Richardson, but that's too much of a wild card. You're going to be bad, but not top 5 pick bad in next year's draft. You need ammo to trade up if you're the Minnesota Vikings. So for Carolina, you want Kirk Cousins so bad? I want your 2023 first round pick. And let's say an additional second round pick. At pick 12 in this year's draft for the Vikings, you can take a corner, or if you really want to get spicy, you can trade down enough until you get an additional first round pick in 2023. So we're talking about late 20s, bottom of the barrel, first round in this year's draft. At minimum, next year you have at least 2 first round picks, or best case scenario, 3 first round picks in the 2023 draft. Let's say if Carolina, they also want to offload Sam Darnold's contract, $18.6 million cap hit to Minnesota, where adding Kirk Cousins, $10 million dead cap, $28.6 million cap hit at quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings in 2022. If that is the case, then on top of your first round pick in 2023, I also want pick 6 in this year's draft. Then at that point, I do whatever it takes to take pick 6 and 12 to trade down until you get 2 additional first round picks in 2023 for a total of 4 for the Minnesota Vikings in next year's draft. There's always going to be quarterback desperate teams looking to trade up. The Minnesota Vikings, they can They have what it takes to put themselves in the best position to take CJ Stroud or Bryce Young next year. Your thoughts in the comments section below. Back at it tomorrow. We'll see you then.